Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Randal Spade here. And we are on the Battlefront. A semi-recent war has been raging on the Battlefront in 2025. People still play this game? My goodness. Order 66 clan versus Aleman Haluga. Sounds like a fucking retard. Anyway, Randal Spade here to call the action. It is intense as Aleman, former Doctor Who rival, is fighting the Order 66 clan by himself like an idiot without a team. And my God, the action is frantic. A Kylo coming after him. Darth Vader coming after him. Lots of impulse action going on. Getting frozen by Kylo. My God. Going after the boss. Getting choked. Harder, Daddy. And my God, he gets a dirk and Vader destroyed. And my goodness, as he spawns back in. They're down a teammate. And my goodness. What is Aleman gonna do? He still thinks it's relevant in 2025, 2026. Like, my goodness. Look at him go. He is absolute perfection. Unmatched. Like, my goodness. As a 1v1 with himself. Look, he's touching himself. My God. He just blew a load. Holy cow, my goodness gracious. Look at this lightsaber duel. You got more action than I've ever god darn seen. And my goodness, as he is struggling, he is getting unlimited powered. And it is a 2v1, and now Aleman is down. He's going right back into the action, though. Getting choked again and blindsided by a Darth Vader. My goodness gracious, great balls of damn fire as he's dead again. And Aleman getting back into it. Getting a little antsy though. As Shockwave would say, he's in it to win it. Here he goes, rushing in there for the Vader. He wants revenge. You know, grudges is what Aleman is good at. You know, he holds a grudge. And my God, the Vader is low. You'd think Aleman would capitalize on this situation. But finally, he got him after a cringy-ass lightsaber duel. Now his teammates are in trouble by Iden Versio, and Iden is escaping somehow. Here comes Kylo for the save. Aleman going right in, Hadouken, and fucking getting electrocuted by Palpatine. Aleman spawning in again, looking at the scoreboard. Like that's gonna matter. Kills the Iden with ease. Going right for Palpatine, missing. Going right for Kylo. Kylo dodging. Luke coming in for the save. And my goodness, the action is fucking frantic. And now a Grievous. Son of Dooku, my goodness. Everybody going for Grievous. Grievous surviving. My God. It is absolutely intense. The Grievous is still alive. And now he's dead. Aleman still looking at the score, thinking KD matters on Heroes and Villains in 2025. But my goodness, a lot of close quarters in the whole area. It's like a Daredevil fight scene. My God, and he's dead again. Aleman going back in, lost another teammate. Can't really blame that teammate. Aleman coming in. Hadouken trying to pull him. Here's the Vader again. Vader and Aleman back and forth, and boom, a dirk. How many times has Aleman died? My goodness gracious. It goes right for the Kylo, misses, runs away, lets Luke fight him. Here's the Boba, tries to pull the Boba, gets choked. Kylo and Vader, relentless as fuck. And my goodness, it's a chaotic, messy situation. Here comes Aleman to whatever the fuck he was doing, trying to do his mating call or something. My goodness. Aleman's not doing so hot. Pulls the Bosk in, hits him, launches him in the air, gets thrown. Kylo relentless, going for the Bosk, missing. Kylo relentless, going for the Bosk, gets frozen and gets a dirk and slashed. Luke trying to help him with all his might. Boba getting caught in the hallway. It's like a Daredevil fight scene. Getting froze by Kylo, getting shot, getting slashed, getting absolutely annihilated. And my God, Aleman needs to pick up. Oh, Aleman lost. What do you know? Aleman lost. We'll be right back after these messages. Aleman. Do you like Aleman? I don't think anybody likes Aleman. Some smelly, broke-ass beep. Anyway, Aleman. See where it all began. See Doctor Who versus Aleman. Watch where it began with Reckless throwing a hissy fit crybaby meltdown. A Karen moment because Doctor wouldn't make him co-leader. Watch him rage quit out of the clan like a pussy, all because he had a meltdown that he wasn't good enough to be co-leader. And watch him start a war against the Doctor and recruit Aleman. Watch them lose 4 times on demand on Doctor Who. And then watch Aleman, because he couldn't beat Doctor with Reckless, watch him bring in Miami Wonka. And watch the legendary battles. Watch Doctor defeat Aleman and Miami Wonka more times than they beat him. All on demand on Doctor Who. See every Aleman loss ever, which is more losses for Aleman than Doctor lost. See it all on demand on Doctor Who. Stats are important. Keeping record is important. And when you have more numbers, it matters. See it all on demand on Doctor Who. We are back. Randal Spade here. And it's Aleman versus Order 66. Finally, somebody executing Order 66 on this washed up fucking bum who still plays Battlefront in the modern day. Like, my God, he couldn't find a new match. He couldn't find a new game. Like, Jesus Christ. Imagine not moving on with your life. Oh my God, as he's going for a fin. You know what they say, beep on beep crime, but hey, what do you know? As Aleman kills the fin with ease. He's going in the tunnel, going for the Leia. Assaulting a woman like he's the Doctor of Peace or something. My God. And he's getting thrown all over the place, getting fucking annihilated by Darth Raven. Aleman comes in. He's down 1 loss. Can he tie up the series, or is he going to lose again? It's looking good for him so far. Going to assault a woman again, choking her harder, Daddy. Oh, my God. And, my God, Han throwing a dirk at him. Like, my goodness. Getting thrown around like a rag doll and shoulder tackled like he's fucking getting hit by John Cena. You can't see me. As Aleman spawns in again after dying multiple times, getting launched around, assaulting a woman again, failing at it at most, a brother protecting his sister. What can you do? Looking at the scoreboard again, he's real infatuated with the scoreboard. You know, Aleman's trying to stay relevant on Battlefront in a day and age where people have forgotten about Battlefront and moved on with their gaming lives. He's getting lit up by Lando. He's going after Childish Gambino. Guess he doesn't like his music. Aleman probably listens to shitty music. You know, I take him for a guy who listens to polka or something, but hey, teach your own, I guess. We want to thank today's sponsor of the video. The sponsor of the video is we don't have a sponsor because fuck sponsors, but hey, he's going after the bad Han Solo from the bad Han Solo movie, getting launched around. Anakin's coming after him. What? Oh, I know. You don't have to tell me twice. What do you mean, don't tease a sponsor? It's funny. I got the producers barking down my neck. Aleman's dead again. My goodness. We want to apologize for the video quality. You know, we took some production budget cuts going into this current third era of Doctor Who. Is Aleman is fighting them all, choking them all. He's assaulting multiple things, and now he's hurting an animal. As Aleman has a lot to prove in this match. He's got a grudge against Order66 for no reason. Seems to be a recurring thing for Aleman, just kind of inserting himself into somebody's grudge and making it his own because, you know, it's who he is. He's just low class like that. I mean, like, he's got no honor and respect because, honestly, he doesn't know anybody well enough to actually know who they are as people. He'd rather just go in there and be an asshole and kind of fail at it because it's a recurring thing for Aleman where he kind of grudges with somebody and uploads a bunch of wins, but in the end, you know, it's the other team who has more wins than him, but he still brags about it and makes a big deal about it, and it's pretty darn embarrassing, like him choking somebody off a map to get an easy kill because he can't slash him himself. Now he's assaulting a woman again, and my goodness, now he's animal cruelty alert, and oh my God, a lot of dirks going on. Ad Malakba, praise Allah. Like, holy simoles, man. Like, and this guy's rolling away. Aleman's just kind of watching it unfold and doesn't even go for the slashes. He's kind of cringy with the slashes. What was he slashing at? Definitely not those food prices here in America, that's for sure. Maybe that's why Aleman can't afford to get a new game, because, you know, food prices so much. He probably can't afford a new game to move on to, so he plays the same game he bought 8 years ago. But hey, teach your own. When you're on a budget, you're on a budget. And there he goes, a dirk, and he's all blown up by Leia. My goodness. Aleman's definitely going to secure this win and tie the series up, that's for sure. My goodness gracious, great balls of fire. And he's throwing the lightsaber at Anakin. That's himself. Look, he's beating with himself. Never mind, he goes for the Han because it's an easy blaster player to kill for an easy kill. But then he gets bum rushed by Chewbacca and Leia. They weren't having his shit. He's out of stamina, though. Chewie throws the grenade. He gets launched. He gets a dirk and shot the fuck up like nobody's tomorrow. My goodness. As Vader comes back in, Aleman's definitely securing the win. They only need 5 more kills. 4 more kills now. As he runs in there to clean house, but they already did everything. It's just a Leia in the corner under the steps. And they all gang rush Leia. Here comes the Anakin flying in, and the Anakin's dead. And my goodness, they only need 1 more kill to secure the win. There's the Han again, Chewie choking him. Grievous going right for them as he slashes the Chewbacca, throws his lightsaber, jumps up there for the high ground, drops down below like Batman and kills the Chewbacca for the win as Aleman ties the series up against Order 66 1-1. We'll be right back after these messages. Do you want to see Doctor Who versus Aleman, years in the making? Come on and watch. Miami Wonka and Aleman come back for revenge in the Chronicles of Doom. See the Doctor fight Aleman and Miami Wonka years later, on demand on Doctor Who. Also, see Aleman and Miami Wonka, variants from the multiverse. See the Doctor fight variants of the multiverse, Aleman and Miami Wonka, on demand on Doctor Who. And see Aleman and Miami Wonka show up, Ghost of Battlefront's past in the Star Wars Battlefront. See Aleman and Miami Wonka confront the Doctor on Fortnite. On demand on Doctor Who all the time. Unlimited power. We are back in full power. Randal Spade here. And we are watching Aleman get thrown all over the place by Chewbacca, electrocuted and failing at that. As Aleman is deep into the 3rd game in the series, can Aleman defeat the Order 66 clan? My God, if Thrawn's Fist was still around today, they would mop the floor with Order 66, as Thrawn's Fist defeated every single clan that has ever existed on Battlefront in 2019. I mean, they won 1,656 wins and only 54 losses. That is a record that cannot be matched, and that was against multiple clans, teams, YouTubers, Twitch streamers, everything you can think of. Not to mention, some of those losses were against Miami Wonka and Aleman, but in the end, Miami Wonka and Aleman still lost more than they won. And the funny part about that is that Aleman and Miami Wonka never knew, as only Shockwave and Doctor Who were in those matches. The other 2 members were actually new recruits, and they weren't even staples in Thrawn's Fist. Like, they were just there to be there. Like, they weren't X-Men or Labomayang or Gunner or Shadow Strike or Hot Boy Fester or Sky Guy. No, the 2 members that were in that match with Doc and Shockwave weren't even the best numbers. But we're not going to complain about that, because I'm sure Miami Wonka will complain that he didn't have a team in the other matches either without Aleman. But to be honest, that's his fault for playing the match. If you didn't want to play the match, you shouldn't have played the match. That's a you problem. You could have not played it. You know, it's the same thing for the Doctor. The Doctor chose to play Aleman and Miami Wonka with new recruits and not his main members. That's a him problem for choosing it, but still, regardless of what the situation is, the Doctor beat Aleman and Miami Wonka more than they beat him. So stats don't lie, and in the end, there's more wins on Doctor Who compared to Miami Wonka or Aleman's got wins. Like I said, stats matter. Believe me, stats matter. But hey, back to the action. That's enough waffling. As Aleman is getting ripped apart by shreds, my God, electrocuting for his life and running away and electrocuting, getting fucked up the ass. Oh my goodness. The action is frantic. It's exciting. And I love it. There's more action here than there is on the other guy. But hey, what do we know? As the Aleman's getting bum rushed. You see, this is what happens when you run your mouth and talk all this shit. Aleman creating a grudge, biting off more than he can chew. It seems to be a recurring thing for Aleman. He gets too arrogant with his gaming career, but to be honest, it's not much of a career when you couldn't move past Battlefront and you're sitting there playing anime fighting games thinking you're doing something in the gaming world. In reality, you're just not. Because anime fighting games are not relevant by the millions like a game like Apex, Fortnite, Overwatch, Valorant, or something to that extent. But hey, teach your own, I guess. I want to thank today's sponsor. Just kidding. Relax, producers. Relax, I made it funny, alright? As Aleman is in quite the battle, making grudges, not being able to back it up when the grudge settles in. My goodness. But hey, Aleman's winning. It doesn't seem like he's winning, though, as he's getting beat around. Aleman will probably make up some excuse. He doesn't have a real team. You know, let's be honest. Aleman needs a team like... he needs a Miami Wonka to help hold his hand through a match, because anybody else, Aleman just can't never cut it. Like, clearly, you know. But this is Aleman's fault for putting himself in this match, you know. He will complain that he doesn't have a team, but to be honest, it's like you're in the match, you're still playing. You could choose to leave, but hey, grudges be grudging, I guess. As he's going for the Chewie to get an easy kill, because he needs a kill on a blaster person, because he's not going to kill that Anakin. And he knows that. This is why he keeps backing up and trying to go for the Han or the Chewie. But he's getting stuck by the X-Wing. Going up, Anakin jumps over. Anakin, he's playing Ring Around the Rosie with the Anakin, as the Anakin is rushing him hard. Now he's choking the Anakin. Harder, Daddy, harder. My goodness, swinging his sword at him. Getting pushed by Luke. My goodness gracious. Luke coming after him. All the heroes on him. Dooku taking forever to get to him. For once, that wasn't Aleman's fault. He had the entire team after him. And that Dooku would rather just charge the duelist and just watch for about a split 3 seconds. And between the 3 seconds and then the other 2 seconds activating duelist, that was a whole 5 to 6 seconds that could have been helping him and flustering the enemy. But no, he didn't really think it through. But to be honest, that's an Aleman problem, unfortunately. As the Anakin really wants the Aleman. This is what happens when you make grudges with people. It backfires on you. You know, you're not invincible. You're just some washed up bum in the middle of nowhere that nobody cares about. Some broke ass beep. But hey, what are you gonna do? Nothing. All he could do is run away from the Anakin, wait for his thing to recharge, and he still got shot and lit the fuck up. Seems to be a recurring thing. It's 7-7 now. As Order 66 is catching up, can Aleman somehow come back? Because this technically may not be the rubber match, but whoever wins this will indeed get in the lead as Anakin catches them with heroic might and sends them flying as Chewie tried to come in and failed. Now Chewie's running away. There he goes again for the blaster hero to get an easy kill, and then he gets pushed away. Luke wasn't having that shit. And here's Luke. Luke's definitely not having shit. What is Aleman doing? Trying to destroy the ship? This is not Lego Star Wars. But hey, here he goes for the shooter blasters again, trying to get an easy kill. And he's getting a dirked by Han. He's getting 1v3 choking Han because his movie was trash. Luke sends him flying. And Luke is really rushing him. This is what happens when you have a grudge, man. You have people coming after you every corner on the battlefront. My God. And they lose. And Aleman's losing 1-2. We'll be right back after these messages. Life. Is there life after Battlefront? There sure is. Doctor Who has proved it time and time again for many years on many games. Splatoon, Foam Stars, Apex, Overwatch, Rogue Company, Fall Guys, and Fortnite, and many others. Many adventures, thousands of videos and adventures, stats, and wins. Life exists after Battlefront. Unfortunately for somebody like Aleman, it does not happen. But see everything, all the adventures with Life After Battlefront, on demand on Doctor Who. Or you could watch mediocre anime fighting games over and over again for years, games nobody plays in the modern day with a niche audience. See all Doctor Who adventures on demand. And we are back. Randal Spade here as Aleman's dead already. But hey, we are mids in the match. You know, we had to cut some time because we have only an hour budget. You know, so we had to cut some time here. Honestly, it's not worth showing anyway. It's Aleman performing, to be honest. Aleman, some washed up has-been, still on Battlefront in 2025, 2026. I mean, like, this is not 2018, 2019, 2020 anymore. Battlefront is definitely not relevant, so honestly, competing and taking matches serious and winning games on Battlefront 2 is not relevant in the modern age. One, because barely 1,000 people play this. It's very low, the player base, so relevance is very low. But here he is, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. But hey, getting destroyed by the Order 66 clan. Like I said, Aleman uploading this as a long video, bragging about it, thinking he bodied Order 66. It doesn't matter how many kills you had, because the conclusion is if you lost most of your games, you still lost the war, sir. Like, think of it as when you fought the Doctor. The Doctor in Thrawn's Fist beat you more than you beat him. That means, you know, you lost the war. Doesn't matter how many kills you had or how good you played in those wins, because if Doctor Who had more wins in total, that means you lost the war entirely. And that's not a good thing for you, but you can mark it to make it look good, to feel better about yourself, because it's the only thing you have going for you, just like this stat right now. But clearly it ain't working out for you if you're losing like the way you are, switching the Rey because Obi-Wan ain't working. My God, going after the the shooter hero, because you can't kill the Kylo or Vader. God forbid. My goodness. Losing 2-17. It ain't really going your way. My goodness. There you go. Going for the item again. What are you doing? Jumping. Getting electrocuted. Throwing them away. And my goodness. Here comes the cavalry. Freeze him. Make sure Aleman loses, because Aleman is a washed up has-been from 2019. Like, my goodness. He has no relevant stats in the modern day. He's playing old games that don't matter. And he lost again, and now he's losing 4-1? Or is it 3-1? I don't know, but he's definitely losing by a lot now. We don't even have our facts checked, but we'll be right back after these messages and we will get the facts checked. You know Aleman? Yes, you know Aleman. The washed up has-been on Heroes and Villains from 2019 who can't move on with his life. Yes, Aleman. That guy. Aleman. Do you know what the Doctor has over Aleman? The Doctor is the legendary leader of the clan's unit and Thrawn's fist on Heroes and Villains. For 2 consecutive years, the Doctor dominated the Heroes and Villains scene, beating every team, clan, Twitch streamer, and YouTuber on the market, and especially more times than they beat him. See it all on demand on Doctor Who. And also, not to mention, what does Doctor have over Aleman? He has variety. Aleman, who remained handicapped on Heroes and Villains, that's all he could be good at. That's all he could play. It's called a handicap. The Doctor didn't have that problem. The Doctor flew the skies with the Rogue 81st and dominated, fought the A-Wing Corps, Phantom Squad, and many more, winning countless games. The most famous starfighter clan in the history of Battlefront II, the Rogue 81st. The Doctor was there in the first 7 months of the clan's inception. He was a major core part of the clan before his Heroes and Villains run. That just proves double over Aleman. But it didn't stop there, as the Doctor also engaged in Strike. Him and Josh tore it up in Strike, fought people like Goofy Jr. and beat Goofy Jr. more times than Goofy Jr. beat him. Goofy Jr. was one of the greatest Strike players in the history of the game. And then Galactic Assault. The Doctor and JVD dominated Galactic Assault for 3 consecutive months. And also topping it all off, Supremacy, Team Nightmare, Doctor Who, and Optimus Prime dominated Capital Supremacy. 1 hour, 2 hour, even a 3 hour war of attrition matches. Variety. Doctor was good at every single mode, and that's something Aleman will never have. Aleman was handicapped to just Heroes and Villains, but the Doctor could do it all. See everything that the Doctor could do on demand on Doctor Who. Randal Spade here. We are back, and we got the tally completed. Aleman's losing 3-1, by the way. Aleman has 1 win and 3 losses. My goodness. As Aleman kills the Palpatine, as he's slashing the Boba, going after him. Sorry, technical difficulties, as we have just gotten word we have greenlit other projects. Randal Spade, I will be returning for multiple broadcasts in the future, as we are here as the as Aleman is running through the competition. He's in it to win it, as Shockwave would say. As now he's mind tricking the enemy, trying to trick them, going in, dodging, loop-de-loop, going for the Kylo, missing, getting him finally. He got an assist. He didn't get it, unfortunately. Going for the Vader. My goodness gracious. Great balls of damn fire as Aleman. There's a lot going on. My goodness, I am out of breath. Do you want to know why? Because recently this Doctor Who YouTube series has been making me broadcast. Has been so boring that there's just no action. So hopefully there's going to be action. We're not discrediting Aleman. There's definitely action. It's Battlefront. You got to expect action. You can't expect some cringy ass Fortnite fights like somebody else we know. But hey, as Aleman gets choked, Harder Daddy lit up by Iden, the old Thrawn's Fist unit routine. My goodness. As Aleman, he's trying to get back to the action to help his team. As the Boba gets launched away, the Boba still finds a way as Palpatine's almost dead and Palpatine gets fucked. And now the damn Boba is done. Now Aleman getting a little cocky. He's in it to win it, getting a little grudge-filled as he's losing the series so far. He's got to mind trick the Iden. Gets the Iden. Kylo tries to go for a freeze. Kylo dukes and as Aleman runs away. Here comes the Kylo, relentless as fuck. Launches him up in the air. Oh, Kylo's triggered. Kylo gets tries to go for a pull. Barely gets him. This is what you call a standoff. And Aleman gets obliterated and he's lightsaber teabagging. Probably for the best. Aleman did lose that fight regardless. Aleman probably angry and upset, saying he's not good or something. Yet Aleman lost that fight and he's losing the series. So if Aleman really was that good and they weren't good, Aleman wouldn't be losing. But then Aleman would be saying, I don't have a team. But to be honest, Aleman doesn't have to stay in the series. If you don't have a team, don't compete. You're choosing to compete. You are basically consenting to compete. And there's going to be a winner or a loser regardless. So you can't get upset with the results. No excuse will be valid, especially when you're consenting to compete. And my goodness, as Aleman runs away and doesn't know what to do, trying to think about going for the blaster hero, doesn't think it's going to work though, with the Kylo and stuff breathing down his neck. But there's a Darth Vader now. As there he goes, he's trying to go for his opening on Iden, like I said, to be cheap and go for a shortcut and an easy kill. You know, just to get his kills up to make it seem like he's relevant or something. But in reality, he's not. He's going to strike the Vader and gets destroyed. He spawns in. Going for the slashes on Vader. Going for Palpatine. Trying to cheap shot him, but not with Vader there. Kylo coming, breathing down his neck. Luke coming in for the save. As my goodness, is the Vader getting launched up. My goodness. It's an all-out war as the damn Boba getting cocky and taking him out. My God. That Boba has a right to be cocky. He took Aleman out with ease. Aleman's got to be hella mad right now. I could hear him raging. Now Aleman's going for the Vader. Now he's got the Vader, but here's the Kylo and the Palpatine, the double team. And and Kylo's dead, and the Aleman's dead too, and Palpatine's still lightning. If you like what you see, please subscribe, and please like the video. And if you don't like to see, dislike the video. I'll never see it being disliked because of YouTube's policy. And if you have an issue, please comment on the video. Oh, wait, you can't because we remove comments. And Aleman's getting choked and destroyed, and he's dead. My God. Aleman is trash. Staying on an irrelevant game in the modern day, thinking he's doing something. There is no Battlefront resurgence. It was all false hope. As Aleman goes right in, imagine a clan war in 2026 on Battlefront. Like it's 2019. Jesus Christ. Imagine the embarrassment as a gamer. You're like, I'm in a clan war on Battlefront 2 in 2026. My name's Aleman. I play anime fighting games. I'm Aleman. I beat the Doctor. I uploaded it and I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm gonna lose this match. I'm losing to Order66. Help me. Somebody just hijacked the broadcast. We apologize for that outburst. We have no control over who that was. It was somebody's kid. I don't know. He's probably hungry. Brought him the work day or something. As Aleman is losing this game, they only have 4 deaths left, and it's all over. As Order66 might have 4 up on Aleman. As Aleman gets launched away, he goes for the Kylo, gets frozen, and gets a Dirk Admal Akbar. Praise Allah. And he's up for the count as there's only freaking 1 kill left. He's going for the Vader, missing. Going, chasing the Vader, hitting him in the back. Desperation at an all-time high. Going for the Kylo, gets the Kylo. Going for the Vader, and Aleman loses another match. He's down 4-1. My God, defeat for the washed-up has-been. We'll be right back after this message. It's not looking good for Aleman. Battlefront resurgence. There is no Battlefront resurgence. It was false hope. Thousands of players, May the 4th, 2025, fluctuated back into Battlefront, thinking the game would be revived. They were wrong. As that hope, that activity, that hype died in a mere 3-week span. However, the real Battlefront resurgence was the Fortnite Battlefront. Fortnite Galactic Battle, a Star Wars Fortnite season. See the Doctor play the true sequel to Battlefront, the real Battlefront 3, the real resurgence of Battlefront, the Star Wars Fortnite Battlefront Volume Series. See the Doctor take nostalgia, shift it forward, and revive Team Nightmare and dominate. See it all on demand on Doctor Who. Battlefront will never be revived. There is no hope. Your hope is gone. Move on with your lives. See all the adventures on demand on Doctor Who. Welcome back. Randal Spade here, and this is the final match of his war against the Order 66 clan. And I gotta say, losing 4-1, even if he wins this, it's 4-2. And he's still going to upload it and brag about it and make up excuses to feel better for himself, thinking he's justified. But in reality, is the Order66 beat him more times than he beat them. It's like the Doctor Who situation all over again in the modern age. My God. You'd think it wouldn't strike twice, but honestly, it's probably a recurring thing for Aleman, desperately trying to stay relevant in a day and age where it's not really it. You have to move on to a new game, new adventures, adapt and shift yourself forward and do something creative and unique and different. If you're going to play the same game, it's at least got to be relevant. It's got to be something different, not repeating the same old tropes over and over again. Like, some people have a hard time to move on, but to be honest, it's a lot of Battlefront players. It's all they ever had. It's all they ever will have. They're one-hit wonders on a one game. It's all they have, so they desperately try to cling on to it like you could see here right now. My goodness. As he's in it to win it, he wants to end it on a good note. You know he's winning this match and backing out, and he uploaded this like he did something. Like, imagine, embarrassing, getting lit up by the Han Solo. My God. Aleman just can't cut it. Doctor Who doesn't have that problem. Doctor Who never had that problem. He always keeps it going. And if he stays on the new game, at least the same game is still relevant, and he tries stuff that's different on the new game and adapts and evolves, doesn't continue the same constant tropes. You'd think Aleman would try to be a shooter player or something on like Galactic Assault or Blast or Strike or Supremacy and get away from heroes and villains, but before it's too late. But this is what he's good at, so he sticks to it. He milks it until he can't anymore, because it's all he ever had. And he's choking a woman. Look at that assault on the woman. Somebody called the FBI or something. My God. As the Chewie gets knocked and Aleman gets an assist, and he's going for the Han, and the Han throws in a dirk. Ad-Marakba, praise Allah. Here comes the Anakin. And Aleman goes for the Anakin as the Grievous helps him out, and he's swinging at nothing and shoulder tackling and choking in the air and hitting some fin, and there's so much going on. Aleman's just reacting to anything he can at this point, and he still gets a dirk, praise Allah. My good Mahama Bianca herself. As Aleman is winning this match, as he's fighting the Anakin, getting a dirked. They're frozen, and they're battling. As Aleman got Leia's in the old area where you used to camp with Bosk and Phasma. Thrawn's Fist has done that many times. It's a good area. As Aleman jumps over, throws his lightsaber. To be honest, the enemy is desperate to try to come back and win, but to be honest, they have more wins than Aleman has wins. They have nothing to prove. It's okay to take the L on this one because they're still up. Because the score right now is 4-1. Aleman will be 4-2 if he somehow picks this up as a victory. So it doesn't matter if Order 66 loses. As Aleman is relentless. He's a man on the mission. He is desperate for a win, desperate for validation, destined and desperate to end it on a win, to feel better about himself, to justify that they're somehow trash, yet they beat him more than he beat him. And Aleman will still use the excuses. He didn't have a team or whatever, but consensually did compete in this match multiple times. But to be honest, it doesn't matter who wins, because winning in Battlefront in the modern day has no relevance in the gaming world. This is not 2019, 2018, 2020, or hell, it's not even 2021. Nobody plays Battlefront anymore. The fact that you could run into these people at any given time means just how low the player base is. As Aleman picks up a win, it is indeed 4-2. As Aleman is losing 4-2 for the... And Aleman is backing out and taking that win to end it. He lost 4-2, and that's the final result. Aleman once again bragging about losses, yet he lost the actual war in stats. Numbers matter. Just like the Doctor, the Order 66 is the same. Till next time, I'm Randal Spade. So long, and good night. Hello, Doctor here, and I want to close out this episode not off Randal Spade, but off me. Aleman, I want to close with Aleman. I beat Aleman more than Aleman beats me. And the funny part about it is, listen to this. I beat him more than he beat me. And the funny part is, he was stream sniping. The fact that he had to stream snipe and know who Thrawn's Fist was using to calibrate their team to counter my team is a shortcut and a handicap. So all the wins they have on me, they were shortcutted and handicapped like a pussy. But in the end, it didn't matter because I still beat Aleman more than he beat me. Aleman, hold on to that grudge for the rest of your life because you're never getting a rematch. Just let that sink in. There is no situation ever where I will ever give you a rematch. Because there is no Battlefront 3. And I am not breaking Battlefront retirement. I retired in Team Nightmare. First place across 40 people at my best on Supremacy in Team Nightmare. Between the two, you're never getting a rematch. There is no Battlefront 3. Move on with your life. You got false hope, bitch. So we're going to leave it as that. The man with the grudge, still grudging with people. It's a recurring thing for him. And it's funny. And he can't move on with his gaming life. Embarrassing.